Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is a today's question on LeetCode, and this question is basically daily challenge on 2nd November, and the question is count node equal to average of subtree. So we'll read this question first and we'll try to figure out how we can solve this question. So given the root of binary tree, return the number of nodes where the value of node is equal to average of the value of subtree. So the average of n elements is sum of n elements divided by n, and it is rounded down to the nearest integer. So if our answer is, or our average is 5.3, then we will consider 5 as our average. Okay, so basically we are just taking rounding it down to the nearest integer. Okay, and subtree means of a root is a tree consisting root and all its descendants. Okay, so for this tree you can see that subtree is nothing but this is subtree corresponding to root, corresponding to node having a value 8. Okay, so for this node this is subtree, and for this node 5 the subtree will be this one. So what we have to do, we have to count total number of nodes whose value is equal to this average of this subtree. Okay, so average is basically average of all the values which is present in this node. Okay, so this is the average and it should be equal to the value of this particular node. So we have to calculate, we have to count all such node and we have to return that number. Okay, so so let's start from the leaf node. So you can see that for the leaf node 0, the value is 0, and since there is only one single node, the average will also equal to 0. Similarly for this one, value is equal to 1 and average is also equal to 1. So this is also part of such root, such node. Here also value is equal to 6 and average is also equal to 6. So this is also part of such node. So this one and this one can be considered as a row, as a node which is following this condition. Now coming back to this 8, so the subtree will be this one. So in this subtree you can see that the sum is 0 1 8, it is 9. So average is equal to 9 upon total number of nodes. So there are total 3 nodes, so average is going to be 3. So average is equal to 3 and value is equal to 8. So average not equal to value, so we will not count this one. And for this node you can see that the average will be 5 plus 6 by 2 because there are 2 nodes, that is 5, and value is also equal to 5. So this can be considered. And for this node you can see that the average will be similarly, we will count all the nodes. Okay, so there will be total 24 and there are total 6 nodes, so 24 divided by 6 will be 4, and you can see that it is equal to value, so this node can also be considered. So there are total 1 2 3 4 and 5, so total 5 nodes. So our answer will be nothing but 5. So you can see that there are 5 nodes. Now let us see how we can count all those nodes, how we can find out average. So let us think upon it. So one way is that we use traversal, or we use backtracking, sorry, not backtracking, we can use recursion for each node. Okay, and if we use recursion for each node, the time complexity will be very large because there are a total of n nodes, and for total of n nodes, if we use recursion for all n nodes, it will be of order 2 to the power n, or like that. So this is not a good way to solve this question. Okay, so what we will do, we will store the value corresponding to sum of all the nodes present in subtree and total number of nodes present in subtree. So basically we will have an ordered map which will store sum of value of all nodes present in subtree. So this will be stored. So we will store the sum of all nodes present in subtree and total number of nodes present in subtree. So this will be stored. Okay, so it can be used, we can use map here. So for this node you can see that total number of node will be 1. So total number of node is nothing but 1 and the sum will be 0. Okay, so first number is nothing but total number of node and the second number is nothing but total sum. So for this part you can see that total number of node is 1 and the sum is again 1. So what we can do, we can divide sum divide by count. We can find average by this formula. So if we know sum and count, we can find average and we can compare it with values. Okay, so coming back to this node, so the sum for this node, because sum of subtree for this node will be nothing but sum from the left part and sum from right part plus its value. So sum from left part will be 0, so I will write here sum left is equal to 0 and sum right is nothing but 1. So sum will be nothing but left plus right, 0 plus 1 plus current value, so value will be 8. So 0 plus 1 plus 8, that is equal to 9. And similarly for count, so count will be nothing but count left, so count left is equal to 1, count right is equal to also 1. So count will be nothing but left plus right plus a particular node, so 1 plus left plus right, so 1 plus 1 plus 1, so count is equal to 3. So we can find out average for this node also and we will compare it with its value. And similarly we will store this count and this sum and we will use it for this node. Okay, and similarly we will calculate all these things for this part of tree. So here we can see that count will be nothing but 1 and sum will be 6. So 1 and 6 will be stored here and it will be used here. So count will be 2 and sum will be 11. And here you can see that count will be nothing but from here you can see that 3, here 2, so 3 plus 2 plus 1, so 3 plus 2 plus 1, that is 6. So count is equal to 6 and sum is nothing but basically it is 9, it is not 7, it is 9. Okay, so sum is 9 plus 11 plus 4, so sum is 9 plus 11 plus 4, so it is 24. So we will so basically we are using the values or sum and count which we have calculated for left part and right child, and we are using it again in order to avoid recursion again and again. So let us try to code this question. So basically we will have an ordered map here, so an ordered map of tree, node and int. So first one will be sum, it will store sum, and another one will store count, so I will write separately. So sum and count, so it will store sum of values of all nodes in subtree and it will store total number of nodes present in subtree. Okay, so again what we will do in each for each node we will again find average here. So you can see that we are finding average for each node using this sum and count and we are comparing it. So we will take a variable, let's say res, and we will increase it when the average is equal to value. Okay, so we will use this thing also in our any function that we will use for recursion. Okay, for traversal of this tree, so we will do this thing also. Okay, this will also be done when average is equal to value, the res will be increased. Okay, and here res is nothing but total number of such nodes. So basically it is the total number of nodes which we will return. Okay, so these are two maps in which we will store sum and count, and again we will have a void function here for traversal. So void dfs, and will pass parameter as tree nodes star root and these to unordered map. So unordered map for sum, so we will pass it by reference, and unordered map for count. So again we will pass it by reference because we are going to increase it, and another one will be int res so it is nothing but total number of such node. Okay, so I will write int race here. Initially it will be 0, so total number of nodes which are satisfying above condition. So we know that if root is equal to null, we will return this loop, or we will return this function. And otherwise what we will do, we will have two variables, int sum1. Okay, so sum1 will be nothing but initially it will be the value of root. Okay, and int count1. So we are just declaring this variable in order to count sum and count total number of nodes for this subtree. So count1 will be initialized with 1. Okay, so it is nothing but sum for this subtree. Okay, so if root arrow left, if there is left child, then what we will do, we will run the dfs function for left child. So root arrow left will be passed as a parameter, sum and mp and race, these things will be passed. And what we will do, we will increase the value of sum1 with sum of root arrow left, and count1 with count of root arrow left. And similar thing we will do for right node also, or right child also. So we will replace left with right here. Okay, so left with right, and here we found total sum and total count, so we will have average here. So int average is nothing but sum1 divided by count1. So if this sum1 if this average is equal to our value, so value is nothing but root arrow value. So what we will do in this case, we will increase the value of race, and we have to store this sum1 and count1 also. So sum of root will be nothing but sum1, and count of root will be nothing but count1. So in this way we have stored these values. So it will you can see that it is some sort of memoization here. So we have used memoization here. We have stored something in an unordered map, and it will be used here. You can see that root arrow right, sum corresponding to root arrow right, or the right child and the left child is reused here. So we have avoided recursion. Okay, so it will help us to reduce the time complexity. Okay, and we have stored the value of sum1 and count1 here, and it will be further used for its parent node. Okay, so here we will run this dfs function. So dfs of root comma sum comma count comma race, so these were the parameters which we were passing here. And finally what we will do, we will return race. So return race. Okay, so here what we are going to do, run the loop, run the function for traversing, and here what we are doing, storing the sum1 and count1 which will be used further. So let us see whether the code works or not. So there is some kind of error here. It is mp, it is on line 21. Okay, so it should be count. Okay, it is not mp, it is count. So let us again run this question code. So here you can see that all the test cases are passing. Let us see for main cases. So you can see that all the main cases are also passing. So let us try to understand this code again. So basically what we are doing, we are storing these sum and count for each node, and we are using it again for the calculation of sum of and count for its parent node. So we have used unordered map here. Okay, so you can see that unordered map, and this unordered map will count sum. Okay, will store the sum, and it will store number of nodes. And here we have variable int race, so it is nothing but total number of nodes which is satisfying the above condition. Above condition means this condition. Okay, and here we have a DFS function, void function DFS, for traversing over this tree. Okay, so if root is equal to null, we will return this function. Otherwise we will find sum and count. So sum 1 is initially it will be root arrow value, and count will be 1 because we are considering that root. So that's why sum 1 and count will be initialized with root value and 1. And if we have left child, we will run this thing, DFS for left part, and we will use the sum which we have calculated for left part and which we have calculated for right part also, and similarly for count. And we will find average, and if average is equal to root arrow value, then we will increase the value of race, and we will store sum 1 and sum 2 for this root. So in this way we have solved this question. I hope you understood my solution, and if you have any kind of doubt regarding this question, or if you want to share any another approach for this question, you can write it in the comment section. And if you like this video, if you like my solution, you can like my video also, and the code link will be present in description. Thank you.